So alignment, we can think of alignment as a path, as a process, as opposed to a magic pill. So it's a constant and consistent self-investigation and self-love. Cultivating the self-love that we forget, right? We forget. So it's a dance between forgetting, remembering, forgetting, remembering. Now I say remember, the word remember is also reconnect, remember, member together, rejoin, join again with that which is our harmony. Let's look at what the opposite of alignment looks like. And I will use chakras, our energy centers, as a reference point to guide us. So we have a reference point to work from. Our root chakra is the base of our spine. If we are misaligned there, we're not aware, then we experience a lot of insecurity, a lot of fear, and that drains our energy. And we tend to unintentionally and innocently create financial insecurity too. We are caught up in survival mode, in a story that there is scarcity, and so on. It will look different for everyone, but the root chakra is a lot related to our sense of safety, security, and grounding on earth. So it's earth element. Then our sacral chakra, our second chakra, just below our navel, when it's out of balance, we feel lack of creativity and inspiration. We have some issues with intimacy. It's also related with our sexuality and our connection with pleasure, how open we are to experience pleasure or not. Relationships as well, intimacy in relationships, vulnerability. And we can experience emotional instability when that is out of balance. Then our solar plexus above our navel is our center of personal power, our self-confidence. Out of balance, lack of self-worth, and difficulty making decisions, feeling of powerlessness. Then moving to heart chakra, when that's out of balance, we experience difficulty giving and receiving love. Sometimes we feel it's easier to give love, not so easy to receive, or the opposite, or easier to receive, not so easy to give. We can be cold, can get cold, like emotionally cold, or feel needy. Then our throat chakra is directly connected with our heart. So when our heart's open, we express more easily. And if it's closed, we feel a difficulty expressing, or we feel afraid of expressing or speaking in public. And then our third eye, clarity, intuition, it's more subtle energy. And we can get confused about making decisions, and also not lack of imagination. So we can say that if we operate, which we most of us do, mostly with our left brain, logic, past, future, we tend to suppress or underuse our ability to be intuitive, to have more clarity. And then finally, our crown chakra, and it's more even more subtle, but more powerful, is our connection with a higher source, with source energy, with some connection with spirituality, whatever that means to you. It's the connection with something higher, something bigger. Have I balanced them all perfectly aligned? No. It's an ongoing process, making some progress here, making some progress there, but it's a constant journey. So I had financial issues, health issues, mental issues, emotional issues, relationship issues, all of them. Winner essentially is innocent. It's innocent unawareness, because they don't teach us at school. They don't talk about this at school. our parents are likely, unaware as well, grandparents. So we are learning. So we can say innocent, right? We make choices based on what we believe to be right. But then we can remember that it's possible to enhance our experience, but it does take courage, because it takes sometimes going against the logic mind and what perhaps society says it's right, or our past beliefs that we learn. So it takes letting go. So when I started to notice why I was depressed, taking antidepressants, I had asthma, chronic asthma, I was constantly in a hospital. My relationship was codependent, abusive. I overworked, and the more money I made, the more debt I had. So that was the situation. And what happened was that by becoming aware, first of all, is the first step. Wow, now I am aware that something else is possible, because before I wasn't aware. So it's innocent, unaware, and ignorance, right? Ignorance is bliss. So in that reality, in that realm, I didn't really question, because I accepted that that's what you do. You just take antidepressants and you just go to work, and you work more, hopefully to eventually pay this debt. And you're sick, that's okay. You have health insurance, go to hospital and keep getting sick. And there was no question, is there any other possibility? Because I was so immersed into that reality. And so yoga was my catalyst, because I was connected with my body. Wow, I'm feeling my body now. Now I'm breathing a different way. And by moving your body, movement, that's why yoga is so powerful, because movement create you shift the way you move. You can shift an energetic pattern that shifts the way you think as well. Or you can also shift the way you think, and your body responds in a different way of moving as well. So it's been a lot of 10 years path, and ongoing, and never ends. It never ends. But along this road, what happened? I let go of that job, because I realized that I never really wanted to do that. And it takes listening to that deep rooted desire. This is not really fulfilling anymore. I learned a lot. It was great experience. I'm ready to let go. Well, it took me 2 years to let that go. 2 years, because there is resistance to let go of what's familiar, and it feels safer. Scared. I was scared to let that go, and I didn't perceive other possibilities. So, but when I finally let that go, then things started to align. And then eventually asthma disappeared, depression disappeared, and then yoga felt more aligned. I didn't think you could live teaching yoga, belief. And when I let go of the belief, it became a thriving career, and then meditation, and so on. So it never ends. And I see that the more I let go of what no longer serves, because eventually you begin to feel, there is a feeling to it, because the first belief that we need to remember is that we are designed to feel good, to feel healthy, to feel calm, to feel in love, to feel thriving, which is our essence, right? And creating alignment is about letting go of what is not that anymore. And what do I believe? What is the story that keeps me there, in situations that are not aligned with the way I feel?